Hello friends, this is Ryan Hicks of TaughtToProfit.com. Today I want to talk to you about actually watching what business leaders and successful entrepreneurs do instead of listening to what they say many times. So often entrepreneurs will write books, business leaders, successful people, billionaires and millionaires write books about their lives and their business and how they did certain things. But then you go back and look at what they actually did, or you observe them today and you see they do the exact opposite of what they suggest. Now, many have suggested, well, the reason for this is because they're trying to keep their competition down, so they lie purposely to keep people from knowing the truth and becoming successful because they don't want to add competition to their businesses or industries or financial heritage or anything like that. I think maybe it's a little more subtle than that, and it is something where these people have blinders, so they repeat things that they think they're supposed to be saying, things that are common knowledge in the business world or whatever industry, and yet it's not really what they're doing because they haven't really sat down and thought about what did I do step by step, day by day, and was it these traditional things that people have held on to. For example, there's a guy in sales who's really great in sales, and he tells you not to discount your product. Instead, you add more value so you can get a higher price, but you never discount your product. And yet I get emails from the guy, and every week, sometimes daily, he's offering 90% off sales and 50% off this and this sale and that sale, and always constantly discounting his products. Now, I don't think he's purposely trying to mislead anybody. I think he just may not even be thinking about what is he actually doing compared to what he's saying to other people to do. And this is where it's so important to not just take some of these business leaders at their word. Like I said, I don't think they're trying to mislead or lie, but watch what they actually do. You want to learn from successful salespeople, sign up for their emails, get their newsletters, watch what they do. Don't just read the books about what they supposedly do. Watch what they actually do. So if you have a guy telling you, don't discount your product, and yet you watch him and you know he's successful, and everything you see him doing is discount this, discount that, discount this, sign up now and you'll get this discount. What is actually working is discount your product. Raise your price and then discount it. There's a psychological advantage there. People think that they're getting a better value, and you're more likely to get the sale. Even if you're getting the same exact amount of money you wanted in the first place, they feel like they're getting a better deal. So it's very important to watch what successful people actually do. This is where mentorship comes in hand. When you can actually be with somebody or work with somebody that is successful and is doing things you want to do, you can see what they actually do, because sometimes they may not really realize what they actually do every day. And then when they sit down and write it down or they talk to you about it, they may tell you things that aren't even right. And they have no intention of misleading you, but they're just telling you things that sound good, but they haven't really stopped to think what they're actually doing themselves. This has been common in all kinds of coaches and people who are trainers, from baseball to golf to any kind of thing, where there's a famous story of a golfer, the world famous golfer, that gave advice on how to hit the ball. And yet, when people went back and watched the videos of him playing and winning, he did the exact opposite of what he told everyone to do. This is very common. Sometimes people have blinders and they don't really sit down and think about what they do. Somebody asks them, they just say something, and that kind of is what they repeat for years and years. And maybe they did start doing something that way, but over the years they adapted and morphed into what worked best. And it may be the opposite of what they're continuing to tell people, because maybe that's what they started doing in the first place. So yes, buy all the books from the successful business leaders and entrepreneurs and people who are in industries and fields you want to learn more about. But it is also of utmost importance that you actually watch what they do. Don't just take their word for it. Watch what they do. Does what they do match what they say they do, or what they tell you to do? Because it may be two different things, and then you could be in error. I hope this has been a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.